Peace be upon you, guys, with you, Farouk, and welcome to a new video. Of course, we all know that most of the software tools currently remain expensive. Whether it is monthly or annual activations, and therefore, so that you do 3 or 4 tools, for example, and work with them in your store. This is due to the increase in the rates of activations, but in some solutions that can help us in the problem this and the day. And through which we can use different boxes and tunnel programs with one subscription, and also with the press of one button, and we explain today, it will be on a server from the most important and most famous servers of Sherry Boxat in Sinspace. It is Yemen Server, and this is, like what we said, is one of the best servers of Shur al Boxat in tools at the present time. This is because you understand good, and this video will be a little long, and therefore you will divide you on parts on YouTube so that you can see the part that you need only from the explanation if you love. You can also subscribe to us in the online courses provided by Joker Soft for the professional software mobile from scratch and without any experience you have about the field, and what we said online courses on Udemy and Hezib, and you in the description under the description. Every link of the courses, the curriculum of the study, and the way to subscribe to the course is good. We will return to the points with us, and the first point we will know. It is that we know the way to subscribe to the Boxat servers, and we will know. We will learn about the most important major lists and tools that are inside the server program, and the fifth point. We also take different practical examples of the way to operate with different boxes and dongles programs, and the sixth point we will know some important features within the server. How can we occupy the Boxat server on a second computer in the seventh and last point, and when you can use it in your work and be useful for you? And let us start with the first point, and we know, what servers and dongles, and why can we need them in our work? Look, oh teacher, this Boxat server is one place or one application, as we will know after that, and the atmosphere will be a different set of tools and tools. Whether they are boxes, dongs, or even tools driven by annual subscriptions, and therefore you are when you subscribe to any server boxes, then you can use all tools and boxes with a press of a button. And occupy it on your computer with your own and without you have any pools or tunnels from them. And this is a brief definition of the meaning of the Boxat servers. Okay, let us go to the second point and know how we can subscribe to the Boxat servers. Boss, teacher, as we said that our explanation will be on Yemen Server, because it is one of the most famous servers of Boxat, and therefore we will give you all the links to communication and subscribe to the video description under. Because Server Yemen offers a different subscription plan, whether it is monthly or annual, and most importantly, they will have a special coupon that is specially summed up with a value of 20% on the subscription price, so that they use the coupon at the time of subscription. And take a discount on subscription prices when you communicate with the server supervisors in the links that I will put you in the description under the description of the Joker Soft coupon. The opponent will be valid for 2 weeks from the date of this video uploading, and of course, if the opponent needs, you can be attached before the drama period of what ends. Okay, let us go to the third point and know how we can install the Yemen Server program on our computer. Pasha, after you subscribe to the server, so it is possible to limit the supervisors and officials of the server. It is possible that you prove all the requirements for yourself, and let us know how we can work like that in the beginning when you share the server. So the supervisors will follow you the link to download the server program. When you carry the program, you will dismantle the pressure on it, and then you will install it on the computer in a normal way, as you can prove any other program, and of course the version is the latest version of the server program. This is until the date of this video upload, but of course the versions change and are speaking with the passage of time, and of course you will wait for the end of the program to be installed for the end, and it will be installed on the program on the computer. And all of us, let us go to the fourth point, which is that we get to know the most important main lists and the tools that are inside the server. Ya Pasha, after you prove the server program, and it appears with you in this way, and for you to work with you, most often, you will need to stop the virus program on the computer. Because we know that it contains tools, programs and libraries in our work. It is possible. It is possible for the antivirus program that it reads and deals with it as harmful or none files. After that, you will occupy the server program in a normal way, and it appears with you in the way that is before us, and we will have proven the basic program for the server, and we also occupied it without any problems. Okay, let us know the most important settings and lists supported in the server program here. And let us start from above from the right here, and here we can change the language with our comfort, whether for the Arabic language or the English language, and this will change with you the language of the program in full, and above the language, we will find a button for the DRIs, or the management of the devices, and if we press it, it will run the Davis Manager on the computer, so that if we need to see the definitions, devices and mobile phones related to the computer. And if we go to the north above here, then you will find a button to secure the server. We press well so that the program begins in the process of securing the server and making an exception to me from the automatic programs in an automated way, and the process can take a little time with you, I mean 5 or 10 minutes, for example. And you will be able to end up and the message appears to you with the completion of the server securing the process, and when the process ends, you appreciate now, you will restore and activate the intercession program again. On the computer you have, but keep in mind that you will need to stop it again, so that you can occupy some of the Boxat and Vintageal programs, as we will not see a little while explaining. Okay, let us complete the rest of the basic lists inside the server here, the first. Here, all backteries and tolls are supported on the server, and here we will find links to download all the subsidized Boxat programs. I mean, if we press YONT, the program will transform us directly on the link to download the Box UMT programs, and you can download it with a direct link, and if we press EFT, the program will transform us on the latest version of the version that will be available from the EFT Pro program. Thus, he remained with the rest of the tolls, which will have direct download links, so that we can carry the latest versions and also clarifying pictures of the installation and transfer of some files on the computer. This is with regard to the value of loading BOEs and tolls, and the second value, which is the value of server files, and if we press them, then a clear message appears to us about the server files, the most important of which is the Hamachi program. After that, the server will turn us on the page download the Al-Hawati program, and we take this link, and we will work for it in the browser in us to turn us on the Hamachi program download page. Like what you see, and from inside the page, we will carry the program on our computer in a normal way, and when we carry it, we will press it and occupy it, so that we start to install it on our computer. Like we do not prove any other program to the extent that the installation process ends for the end and the program opens and works with us in the way that is before us. And this Hamachi program is the uniform of the VPN network, through which you control the Shure operations by adding a new network. I mean, it is considered a little relative from the Radin program VPN, which we use in Al-Shure operations, and when the Hamachi program was busy. Here is a Yemen Server network connected to the program, and it will also show us the computer address that we are working on. And we will need the Hamachi program after that, when we love to transfer the server from a computer to another computer, and of course we will explain the transportation process after that during our explanation. Okay, completely, and the list that is after that, which is the list of definitions, and if we press them, then you will show us most of the definitions that we will need in our job, whether they are the definitions of boxes and dunjoops, or the definitions of treatments and processions, and if we pressed any definitions of this definition, then we are transferred directly to the link to download the specified definition. Thus, he remained with the rest of the second definitions, which you can carry easily from within the server from here and through the download links. Always get out of the server or carry them from external parties, which means it is easy for us to search for definitions and collect them all in one place. Okay, completely, and the last list is here, which is the list of the developer. Also, the links to communicate with them, as you see this, and this was the explanation of Al-Qaima, the center of the descending and the lists in it. Let us go to the second side value here, which is the validity of the auxiliary center. Here we will find a set of lists and choices for help. The first. If we press it, then you will show us steps and extension messages to the way to install the Hammock program on the computer. The server uses it in the al-Boxat process through the VPN network, and we will also find the site button. And we will need this site in order to occupy the server on a second computer, as we will know after that during the explanation, and the second list here is especially in the solutions of the server problems. It will be special for the solutions of the server. So you will show us a picture of the error message that can appear with you on the server. Thus, he remained with the rest of the other problems that exist here, and we will have pictures of clarification of the form of the appearance of the error, as well as guiding videos and clarification of the way to solve and repair errors, which appeared to us on the server and we are working. If we return to the solution of problems again, then I will find a second place for the set of problems and errors that can appear with us. Hammock program. We will find here pictures of the form of errors. Also, videos clarifying the methods of solving the problem if you appear with us. And the value that is after that, which is the value of the phone services and within the value. For example, if we choose from here a Huawei account process for Huawei Kirin devices, and we sent down and open the value under it, so we will show us all the tools supported on the server. And through which we can use it to the Huawei account from Kirin's devices, such as the Sigma Plus tool, for example, and if we choose the FRP process for Kawak and our Spirit and we have opened the values below it again. So we appear to us the most important tools and bonuses supported on the server, through which we can stop the FRP protection for Android Co-Locum devices. Thus, he remained with the rest of the other operations and treatments, even if we chose any choices from here and pressed the browser opening. It is directly converting us on an explanatory video of the way to run the tool that we have chosen through the Boxat server, meaning the values. And the last partial with us in the list is this, which is the communication sites, in which the names of the server developer will show us and their numbers. In addition to the ways to communicate with them, whether on Facebook or on WhatsApp, as you cannot see that, we will know the most important lists and the settings inside the server program. And who includes different links to download programs and definitions and also explanations and solutions to the most important problems and mistakes that we can meet on the server. Okay, let us go to the 5th point, which is the most important point in our explanation, which is that we know how we can occupy the tools programs on the server here, and we also take different practical examples. The operating road has different boxes and spoilers programs, and if you allow SIB, who is in your hands, the enlargement of the screen, and focus with me. After subscribing and activating your server account, it will appear with you in this way. On the icon and of course the young people who work in the services of Al-Shur. Sure. Here, we will find all the tools and bonus supported on the server, as you cannot see, and we will find many use of contacts with the tools and boxes group. And like what you see here, the server is provided with us more than box or dongle for the same product. We will find the EFT Pro, not one dongle, and also the Hydra Duncat collection. In addition to the NCK and UMT group and the rest. He chooses the dongle or the box that he needs in the event that in the second subscriber, a communication factor on the same box or the dongle. Okay, just like that, we got to know the form of the server and the way to display the tolls and the luxuries on it. Let us go to the very important part in our explanation, which is that we try to run most of these products by ourselves and take practical examples on them. This is because we know how we can occupy all the BoxAT programs supported on the server here, and we also see the message of error and problems that we can meet and we are working. Boss, teacher, we will occupy the direction of the server, as you see this, and we will go here on the Vigwal Haircline application, so that he can work with us with the BoxAT server, as you cannot see this. Here, we will find what we said all the boxes and dongles that we can use in our work, and we can connect on any dongle or box in them, and let us initially try to do a connection. On dongle Hydra and occupy it on our computer, we will go to any dongle Hydra from here, and there is no other connection factor on it, and we will press click right on it and choose use this defic. And time, we will wait a little to the extent that we hear the sound of the box connection twice, not once, and it is very important that you hear the connection sound twice because it will make a computer connection sound with us. And we will be a little bit to the extent that we hear the sound of the contact again, so that the bongs were successfully contacted. We will follow here all the toll and bonus programs supported by him, and we will choose Hydra dongle from the position so that when we enter its air, this appears with us in this way. Here, at the beginning, he will show us the time of al-shur, because after that, the dongle will be separated, but we will be able to work for him again. Consequently, it affects the rest of the subscribers, and we will find solutions and explain some errors and problems that can appear to us, and here we will find the Hydra program, even if we stop the mouse on it. Here is a picture of the interface of the program, so we will click on the program of the program, but note that a mistake has appeared to us here. A second message appeared that we say that the dongle program did not have caught us. Even if we pressed yes, then we will transfer us directly on the official website of Hydra. From here, we can download for the latest version of the donation program and hence a little to the extent that the update file is uploaded to the end. When we carry it, you will press it, and we will prove the program on our computer in a normal way, as we prove any other program, and we will make me up to the end of the end. After that, we will return again to the server program. I will press again on the Hydra program, and if a problem appears in the operation with us, we will go and stop running the intercession program on our computer. Because the dongle program worked with us, and notice now the program worked, but this screen appeared to us and has some applications and programs, which are the dongle, asking us that we delete it. This is because the programs are for the operations of the share and dongle Hydra, stopping the share. Because the program deletes the programs that are with us and then opens and works with us again, and it appeared to us now the interface of the program. With the update message for the new version, and of course we will press update now, so that the program starts to make the latest version, and we will come to some extent to the end of the update. After that, the program will work with us again and will work update automatic for its database, so that it appears with us in this way. And in it, in the view of some additional steps, which you can do yourself away from the server itself, because you can press active models, so that the program begins, all the models supported on the dongle will happen to us here. We can also click Update Models Files because the program works for us to update all files for the supported models. And that is completely. We will go to the time of the home of the program here, so that all the different foreheads and programs appear to us, as you can see it. And now we can click on any destination in them, and for you, for example, Kieran's treatments, so that you can open and work with us in this way, and we can now use them easily and deal with any devices with Kieran processors. We can also return again to the home menu and choose any other destination from the dongle, and its consent, it will open and work with us without any problems, as you can see this. In the same way, we can occupy all the facades and programs of the Hydra dongle and use them in our job with various Android devices, and with different mobile processors, and we can fate we occupy the Hydra dongle from inside the server in easy and successive steps, and we can use it now without any problems, and when we are saved on the mobile phone that is with us. We will lock the dongle program, we will return to the server program here, and we will press click Timon on the dongle connected to it, and then we will press the stop using this device, so that we can stop the share process and separate the dongle from the computer with us. It is completely and we tried the Hydra dongle and occupied it without any problems. Okay, let us try to run Booknistani, which is the Octoplus, so we have come back to the server program here, and we will go to the Octoplus Huawei, and we will press a right click on it. And we choose use this defic, and we will not be a little. Then we will return to the server interface here and we will go and press opt plus box. As usual, it will open a second value for us, and it will show us at the time of the share and also links to solve some problems, which can appear with you while you are working. Here, we will find all the programs, facades and activations of Octoplus, and if we stood in the mouse on any program in them, then we will show us here the form of the program's interface. Whether Octoplus FRP, Samsung, LG, or Octoplus Hawaii interface, we are currently a communication on the program interface. Octoplus Huawei, so we will press Huawei from here, so that we can occupy the program and we will be a little to the extent that the program is running, and then it appears with us in this way. In dealing with all Huawei devices and mobiles, we can enable Huawei devices or delete the protections on them, such as FRP protections and Huawei accounts, and we use all the features of the program. In dealing with all Huawei mobile phones, according to the processes that are on them, as usual, when we conclude our work on the program, so the program closes the program. We do not go back again to the server from here and stop the process of Sure L box so that we can do a contact with any box or the second dongle. Okay, let us take an example and go back to the server here and go and choose box Sigma and press click right and choose use this device. As usual, we will not be so we hear the connection vote twice, and after that we will return to the server program, and from here we will press Sigma plus box. In order to enter the atmosphere of the values and appear here at the time of the sure, and the solutions of some of the problems that can appear with us, and here we will find the box program. Also, the VPN program, in case we need it to run the program in some cases, but you can't need it. So we will press the box program, and if he asked us to add some files for the box, we can carry them from inside the program from here and add it to the path that showed us here with a pleasure. Then we occupy the box program again, and it is a little bit to some extent the program works, opens, and appears with us in this way. Now we can use the program's facades for all the processors supported by it, whether the MediaTek interface for Huawei devices that have MTK processors. We also can occupy the destination of Qualcomm processors for Huawei devices, which have Qualcomm Snapdragon processors, and we can use the destination of Kirin processors for Huawei devices that have Kirin processors. In addition to the rest of the different program facades, we can work in the mobile that is with us on the Sigma Plus program, and we do any process for him. Or the process of protecting the protections or any process supported here on the Sigma Plus program, and when we conclude our work, we will lock the program and we do not see that we go to the server again and stop the communication process and the sure process for the box so that we can use any box or the second dongle inside the server. Okay, let us go to the second bonlin, which is HCU, so we went back to the Lsure program from here, and we will go to HCU. Of course, we will come to some extent, so that we can hear the sound of our computer twice, and then we will go to the server program, and we will press the whole box menu, so that you can appear to us here. At the time of Lsure and also solutions to some errors and problems, and here if we stood in the mouse on the HCU program, then the direction of the program will appear to us here. So, we will press the program's icon, as usual, so that this value will appear to us and tell us that we will work on the program without a dongle and we will not occupy it through the dongle because it is activated on the Infinity dongle inside the server. Of course, we will choose the dongle, because we are a communication worker on the dongle, and then the program opens and works with us, as we see, so we will be a successful connection with the dongle. Without any problems in time, we can use the HCU program to deal with all Huawei equipment and we can write on it the software information for Huawei mobile phones like OEM info information. Writing mobiles and using all the features and operations supported on the program here for all the processors and models of Huawei devices, such as the operations and the embarrassment of Huawei accounts and some important operations. And as usual, when we conclude our job, we do not go back and stop calling the dongle from within the Elsher program here. Good. Let us go back to the program here and go to the Elsher program again so that we can occupy the NCK box. And UMT, we go now, and we make a connection on the box or dongle NC in UMT, because the two are activated on one box or one dongle. In the beginning, we want to try the box NCK interfaces, so the usual will go back here for the direction of the program and we will go to the value of the enc box. Because, as usual, all the usual details appear here, and here we will find all the different box facades, and if we stood on them with mouse, then we will show us the various forms of programs and interfaces for the box. So, let us try and press the NCK Android program, after which the program opens and works with us in this way and without any problems, and we can now use the program. In dealing with various Android bonds and models, which have MediaTek processors and we implement the program, that is, we need it. We can close the MediaTek program, go back to the server, and occupy the NCK Qualcomm program, after which the program opens and works with us in the way before us. And when we can use it in dealing with Android devices and bonds, which have Qualcomm Snapdragon processors. We also make a connection with NCK and UMT, so we can go to the UMT in a normal way, and from here we can occupy dongle box UMT facades. Easy, and the most important of them, of course, the destination of the destination designated for dealing with the Android device that has processors, and we can close this program and go and occupy the direction of the program. For dealing with Android devices Tatotic and the program will work and open with us without any problems, and now we can use our comfort in when we conclude our work on the program. So, it is normal in a normal way, and we go to the Elsher program from here. Okay, let us go and try to occupy the EFT Pro program, so we will return to the Elsher program from here. We will go and make a connection with any EFT. We will go to the EFT box value and inside the value here we will have the links of the EFT accounts available on the server and also some auxiliary links. And it will appear for us at the time of the specified share, and if we press the EFT account, then we will show us here the account information that we will use in running the program, and of course inside the server, you will find different accounts to run the donation and log in. On YouTube, this is in the event that you need to see it, but I do not want to show in this video some of the sensitive accounts and information, but you can see it from inside the Yemen Server channel if you love. We will go to the EFT program from here, so that the program opens and works with us normally. Like what you see, after we recorded the entry for the accounts that are on the server, and now we can use the AFT program in our work and use all the different dongle baccalaureates supported by it. Whether lists for Android devices and their various processors or even use the list of Apple and iPhone devices, I mean, we can use all the lists here at our comfort. We work in the mobile that is with us and we do the process that we want on the EFT Pro Dunge, and as usual, when we conclude our job, we will return to the Alshare program here and stop the communication process in the Rumla in a normal way. So we have explained Alshare methods in operating most of the Boxat and dongle programs supported here on Yemen Server. And of course, there are other polls in Dunjora, which we did not try, because of the time of the video. It remained strong from us, but you were able to make a contact with any Potska and dongle Tani, and in the same ways that we explained during the examples of our missing. Okay, let us go to the sixth point and know some important features inside the server, and we can occupy the Boxat server on another computer. Boss, teacher, Yemen Server, provides us with some important features and characteristics. The first, from the same product, as we said, for example, if you need a box or a dongle from them, and we met a second member of a communication worker on it, so we can use a box or the second dongle for the same product. The second advantage is that if the enemy of a communication worker on any dongle or box from here, we would not be able to separate Shur Albus. This is because this feature is suspended on the server, and therefore if we are consistent with a connection on a box or dongle, no one of the members and subscribers will be able to separate us from us, and we are working, and of course this is a very important feature. The third advantage is that if we made a contact with any POSIN or dongle here, then we will not be able to do another contact. With box or dongle Tani at the same time, we must separate the contact with the box that we are working on so that we can make a connection with any box or dongle Tani, and the advantage of this feature is very important. This is because it is not possible for a member of the members that he is making a random connection with all the imposters and luxuries that exist here once. Consequently, the subscribers will be disrupted and prevent them from using boxes and dongles, and therefore if you make a connection with any box. And I tried to make a box Tani call, so she shows you a mistake and you will not be able. Of course, the advantages for me are very important features and characteristics within the Boxat servers in general. There is an important question that one of you could ask, and if I was running the server on the computer and I wanted to change the computer and run the server on the computer again, how will I do that? Oh Pasha, first, you will install the server program on the new computer in a normal way, as we explained, and then it opens and works with you without any problems, and when it opens, you will go to the value of the auxiliary center from here, then the value of how the server works, and through it you will click on the IP statement button from here, and here we say that we can change the computer with us every 72 hours, if we love, and then show us help messages, and then we will transfer us to the IP change site, which will appear with us in this way and inside the site here. Our account information on the server will show us the date of the date of us, and the date of the expiration of the activation, in addition to the mobile accumulation of us and the IP address and the address of the IP. For the computer that we are busy with the server, I have come back to the server program again, and we will press here on the icona D, so that we can occupy the Hamachi program, which we were causing at the beginning of the explanation. In the program above here, the new computer address will show us. We will choose copy IPv to copy the IP number of the program here, and when we copy it, we will return again to the Yemen server page. We will work the IP address that we copied inside the text box that is before us here, and then we will press the transfer of the device, and we will see us to the extent that we will show us the success of the computer change process. Like what you see in time, we will be the title of the IP. Without what shows any problems with us on the new computer. Good, let us go to the last point with us and when you can use it and be useful for you in your work. As for the Boxat servers in general, you can use them in more than the case, and the first case is that you are a beginner in the field and you do not have any tools software. whether BIPs or dongs, and thus the BoxAt servers provides you with different tools and tool. This is the first case in which you can use the BoxAt servers, and the second case, which is to have one tool, for example, as an F Pro or the unlock tool, and you are working with it in some models. It is not supported on the tool that you have, like professional handling with Huawei devices, for example, and therefore in the case, you can work on the servers. In order to be able to occupy the most important programs and luxuries that deal with Huawei devices professionally, Costume Octo plus Huawei or dongle ICCU. Sigma Plus is also because countries are one of the best Huawei tools, because if you use them, you can work in Huawei devices professionally and delete from them. Also, you delete Huawei accounts and work in all the mobile phones that you were rejecting before that, so that you do not have a professional tool, the servers of the BoxAt. You will be a good solution for you if you do not have lots and tingling, and you can't work in certain models, because they are not supporting them on the tool you have, and of course the number of bows and tunnels that are on the server here. You can vary, with the increase in the number of subscribers, surely the server supervisors will provide the number of bows and tools that are on it, and I will give you links to communicating with the Yemeni server in the video description under. Haspelco is also a special discount coupon for Jacrasoft, and you can use it, and you will subscribe to Server Yemen, so that you can make a discount of 20%. The coupon is valid for 2 weeks from the date of this video upload. Of course, if I benefited from the explanation, you would not forget to support us, and you will subscribe to the channel and do the bell to reach you all the new videos first, pal, and see the good of the video that comes, God willing. Peace.